Don't feel comfortable talking behind her back like this.
Yeah, well, Connie, I don't know who else to turn to on this.
Well, you might try talking to Dorian.
I did, and she claims that the second letter was sent by Paul Kendall.
Okay, so what do you need to talk to me
Because
for?
that's the same thing she claimed on the first letter. And I would rather not be burned again.
Look, Jonathan, if you're asking me whether or not she's lying...
That's exactly what I'm asking you.
Okay, then I'm sure she isn't. That second letter was from Paul Kendall.
What's got you so convinced?
Well, Dorian can be quite the actress when she wants to be, but she wasn't acting. I really think that Dorian is really afraid for her life.
Look at it. There's no face at all.
Don't look at it anymore. She's a sick, ugly joke.
You know what he's trying to tell me, then? Don't you? He's trying to say that he could be any face, anywhere. He could be watching me any moment, and there's nothing that I can do to stop him.
You can stop driving yourself crazy.
Well, that's not going to do any good. He sent his warning. I can't forget it.
Look, you are not powerless over this situation. Go to Ed Hall and get help.
Oh, and have Ed tell me it's all in my mind?
Maybe his theory was right. Maybe somebody just has a grudge against you and they're using this Paul Kendall business to scare you.
Well, they're certainly doing a very good job because I've nobody I can turn to. Not Ed Hall, not Jonathan Russell.
I know you're worried. And I'm worried too. But you've been through tougher times.
Sure. There have been times when I was a reporter, when I put my life in mortal danger.
Of course you have, you see? All you have to do is say to yourself, I'm going to get through this all right. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to brave it.
Yeah, I'm going to get through this all right.
Just keep saying that to yourself, Mom.
Dorian, there's not much time, Good Lord, you look dreadful.
Thank you.
And I'll have to work a major miracle and make you look presentable
You're
for
being
the
very
broadcast.
kind. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. Is there something I missed?
Yes, there's something I missed. A night's sleep, Leo. That's why I look so terrible.
Leo, Mother's not herself today.
So I noticed. All right, what can I do to help?
Flex these magic fingers of yours. I could use a neck massage, please.
Let's go. It's
Touch
magic.
up my makeup. I feel awful. Oh, Leo, I feel almost human again.
You know what I think we should do? We should order out something to eat.
Honey, I never eat before a show.
Leo, will you tell my mother that she needs to keep her strength up?
You know,
Leo,
really
would you
should...
tell my daughter that I don't need a nursemaid?
Right.
Oh, what is this, a hint for me to go?
Sweetie, I know that you have other things to do, all right? You don't need to worry about me.
All right. Okay, fine. If you need anything, call me.
I will call you. Stop worrying,
Okay,
please.
Okay.
No.
I love you.
I love you.
Leo, take care of her, please. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Do you know how lucky you are?
She's the jewel of my life. One of the few things I did right.
Come on, let's take out some more of that tension.
Oh, you're wonderful. Suppose we could delay the show and you could do this for about 2 hours. Oh, Leo. Oh, it's a gift. Really.
Hello, Dorian. Don't throw me out, at least until you've heard me out.
Did you come here to laugh in my face?
No, I came here to apologize.
Apologize?
That's what the man said.
I talked with Emma, your housekeeper, and I also had a little chat with Connie, and they've convinced me that the second letter was indeed genuine.
Oh, so you believed them when you didn't believe me?
Well, I had good reason, or did you forget the first letter?
Why couldn't you forget the first letter when I was telling you the truth about the second letter?
That's why I'm here.
You mean you're willing to help me?
On one condition.
Jonathan, you in those conditions.
Hear him out, Dorian.
Thank you, Leo. It's got to be on my terms, Dorian. I don't want you starting any investigation on your own.
Now, wait, I'm not one of those women who just sits idly by and lets people kind of take... Very well. I have no recourse. I will agree to your conditions.
Terrific. I'll get started right now.
Jonathan, just a minute. I certainly don't wish to interfere with your investigation, but I most humbly suggest that you begin with the wastepaper basket.
It's the latest bit of hate mail intended for Dorian. It's gruesome, isn't it?
Am I wrong in thinking that only a truly demented mind could come up with something like that?
You're right about that.
So, my thinking the worst is probably true. Paul Kendall could be anywhere. Any place. He could be watching us right now. Patty?
Yes.
Listen, sweetheart, make a note and see that Jim gets it in the control room. Tell him, well, when I bring the first guest out, I want to talk to him 5 minutes max, then we cut to an early commercial.
Well?
When we come back, then let's put on the tape that this fellow has brought with him. He's so proud of, okay? We'll then discuss it for 3 to 4,
Right.
and...
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you.
You're not bothering me. Thank you, Patty.
I know you have a show to do, but I need to talk to you.
You are the very person I wanted to see you.
Me?
Oh, I am so grateful to you, really. I cannot tell, for the first time in no days, I can't tell you, I see a glimmer of hope.
Well, good, but what did I do?
Jonathan was just here. He told me about the conversation that you had with him, that you talked him into believing that the second letter was indeed real, and he's going to take my case.
Oh, that's great. I'm really happy for you, Dorian.
Thank
Good.
you. Of course, I'm not out of danger yet, but at least I don't feel like I'm so alone.
Well, good, because that'll make it easier for me to tell you what I have to tell you, knowing that I'm not leaving you unprotected.
Oh, okay. You want some time off because of that hideous article in The Intruder. It's fine. You take as much time as you need.
Dorian, I'm handing in my resignation, effective immediately.
Wait a minute. Your resignation? Now, why do you want to resign?
I don't want to. I have to. This publicity has been hard enough on my family, and I don't want this to spill over on you. Not when you've been so good to me.
What? Come on. It is going to take more than the sleazy tactics of the national intruder to scare me off.
Dorian, look, I really don't want you involved in this whole mess.
My darling, I enjoy a good mess. I also enjoy a good fight. Speaking of fights, let's give them one. Patty, not so fast. Get over here. I'm going to put you on air during today's show. You are going to go in front of my audience, and you are going to answer every one of that sleazy woman's allegations, huh? How about that?
Dorian, I know that that's your way of dealing with things, but it's not mine. Really, I feel much more comfortable if we just played this whole thing down.
Connie, dear, you cannot just ignore those lies.
Well, if I go public with this, that'll just bring more attention to the lies, which will lead to more lies, so...
Unless you deny. Unless you answer the lies. Honey, they're not going to go away. You've got to get on television and defend yourself.
Dorian, I'm sorry. Thank you anyway, but I just want to forget this whole thing, and that's why I have to resign. So I think if I keep a low profile, things will just be forgotten.
I don't think they're going to be forgotten as easily as you're hoping, but I respect your decision. Still, though, I have to tell you something.
I know that you do things differently. I know.
That wasn't what I was going to say. I was going to say that I'm going to miss you.
Oh.
Very much, because I will.
Thanks.
Come here, you.
Thanks, Emma. I know the way by now.
John, what are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same question. I waited around for you after the show, but you were gone.
Yes, I just couldn't stay there. I think I was having an anxiety attack. I had to come home.
Well, I wish you would let me know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. Perhaps. I just was very upset about that photograph.
Yeah, I know. It could have been sent by Paul Kendall. Look, there's no point in taking chances. Let me give the place a real going over, all right? Well, there's no sign of enforced entry. I'd say your apartment is safe and secure.
Thank you. And really, I feel so much better knowing that you're taking this case. I wish that there was some way that I could thank you properly.
Dorian, when the time comes to thank me, you can do so with a check. You remember our agreement?
That's right. That's right. We are going to keep this strictly business. I will try and control my gratitude.
Good. Now, let's go over the events of the last few days.
Well, I guess the main thing are the phone calls. They have happened almost any hour of the day or night. The phone rings, I answer it. I can hear that there's somebody at the other end. They just don't say a word.
All right, we can put a tracer on the phone. Now, what about that old newspaper you got in the mail?
Yes. No problem about that. See for yourself.
It's all bloody. 1979 edition of the Banner. San Carlos Revolution is the lead story.
But the worst thing of all is this message that he left on my tape.
It's a machine gun fire.
Yes. Just another bit of nostalgia from the San Carlos days. I'm telling you, if he's trying to terrify me, he's doing a very good job.
All right, take it easy. Let me get it. Dorian Lord residence.
Who is this?
Suppose you tell me.
John?
Herb?
What are you doing there?
Dorian had a little security problem here, and she wanted me to check it out. Let me put her on for you.
Never mind. You tell Dorian I'm on my way. If she's in some kind of trouble, I want to be there.